Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Would you say that you feel like you're a confident person? Or maybe you feel like, yes, I am a confident person, but there are some areas where I would love to be much more confident, or maybe I don't feel confident at all, and this is a goal for something that I want to increase within myself in the near future. Well, if any of those apply to you, then you have come to the right place. I'm going to be sharing 5 different ways that you can boost your self-confidence. Of course, it starts off with your mindset. The way that you speak to yourself, the thoughts that you allow to have in your head are so important, and they make a major impact on how you feel about yourself and your confidence on a daily basis. Now, of course, I'm not just going to tell you to shift your mindset and everything is going to work out perfectly. I'm going to actually give you a very helpful tool so that you always know what to do when you aren't feeling your best, when you don't feel as confident as you would like to. And that is a positive thought bank. So as soon as your mind starts to go toward the negative or self-deprecating, you have to click right on over into your positive thought bank. So it's kind of like when you were younger in school, you would work on maybe a word search or fill in the blank, and it was like, oh, it's fine. I know I can do this because there's a word bank. So I don't have to really think about what I should be filling in these blanks with or overanalyze any of these processes because I have this word bank as my resource. And it works the same way for your positive thought bank. You have that as a resource. So of course it does require some work that you have to put in beforehand, but just start a note on your phone, in your journal, wherever you like to keep things that you can refer to for positivity and to help you feel better, and jot down things that can distract you, things that are healthy, things that can make you happy, very positive things that you can always refer back to. So you can title it My Positive Thought Bank and just list out all of the different thoughts that you can automatically click over to when your mind starts to go toward the negative. So then you don't have to think about, like, how do I stop my mind from thinking negatively? Like, what could I think about to distract myself? None of that is even a factor because you've got your thought bank. Pull it up, look at it and say, oh, you know what? That's gonna be where I change my train of thought to. Or I'm gonna start thinking about that. I'm gonna start brainstorming. I'm gonna start planning for the future, working on my goals, or thinking about a project that I had in mind. So that is going to distract your mind, but also the more that you use your thought bank, it's gonna become natural to you. You're not going to automatically go to the negative, but if you do have those negative thoughts start to creep up, then you can switch on over to a positive thought and have that as a resource to always encourage yourself so that you're not letting yourself go down that deep, dark path to just not feeling great about yourself. If you constantly have those negative thoughts in your mind, how can you be confident? But if you have your thought bank, definitely refer back to it, and that is going to distract you and help you refocus on other things that make you feel your best. My second tip is to celebrate the small things. If we always focus on the big things in life, you may start to feel like, wow, like nothing ever really works out for me, or I'm not achieving anything, because you haven't taken a moment to take stock of the really good things that have happened in your life, even if they were in smaller doses. So something that I recommend for this is to keep something like a blessing book or a list of things that have been really positive in your life and small achievements that you made, so that when you do look back on it, you're like, wow, you know, I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything big, but all of these small goals, all of these little milestones that I reached, those are pretty amazing, and they can add up to something very special as well. So celebrate yourself along the way, even if it was like a larger goal that you had, but you took a step in that right direction and you're even closer to attaining that goal. Celebrate that. It's so important to make sure that you reward yourself intrinsically through celebrations for every little thing that you do, because all of that is going to compile into reaching and finding yourself in a beautiful space and hopefully working towards something that you've always dreamed of. My third tip is to plan intentional time alone or solo dates. It doesn't always have to be going out. It doesn't always have to be staying in. You can kind of mix and match and find what works for you. But it's so important to spend that time with yourself and to get to know yourself, because that is going to make you feel a lot more confident. You're going to notice things that you're really, really good at, or things that you maybe hadn't paid much attention to that you really enjoyed. And all of those are going to combine to make you feel a lot more confident. And this is something that you do have to schedule. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to have a solo date, or I'm going to spend some time or take some time for myself. Then of course someone's like, hey, do you want to hang out this weekend, or do you want to go here or there? And you end up saying, sure, I would love to do that. And you start to neglect the time that you were supposed to spend on yourself. So definitely set aside that time, dedicate that time, make it a priority for yourself to spend time alone. I really like the idea of a solo date because you can try something different. You don't have to ask like, oh, what do y'all want to do? Or what do you think about this? Do you think that this would be fun or enjoyable? Is this something that you want to try? It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks because it's just for you. So whatever you like, something that you've been interested in, of course, if you're going to be going somewhere by yourself, always make sure that you try to be as safe as possible and be aware of your surroundings. But definitely take some time to plan out something to do that you are going to enjoy. And if you decide to have a solo date at home or to spend that intentional time alone at home, set it up, plan ahead, get yourself some special things that will make that night feel like something that you've really taken time out for and that you can really pour into yourself. And of course, in turn, that is going to boost your confidence. My fourth tip for boosting your self-confidence is to maintain a clean and organized space. Your surroundings are so important. So if your surroundings are a mess, you're kind of gonna feel like a mess. Make sure that you plan time to set aside to really focus on cleaning and keeping an organized space. It does not have to be long term. You can just have small increments of tidy time throughout the week and throughout the day that are going to make it very possible for you to maintain a clean space and organized surroundings. You don't want to have to constantly be looking for things or going through clutter or just like, I have nothing to wear because I can't find anything. Take the time, make sure you organize all of your things, go through all of your clothes, put them in places that are easily accessible, and make it easy for yourself to grab what you need and take care of things. So that's not distracting you in your mind, and it's giving you more time to focus on positive things, to focus on building yourself up in your personal development. And that in turn is going to make you feel more confident because you don't have to worry about everything being scattered. You're going to feel like you're structured and you really have your life going on a path that is easy to follow and that makes sense for you and that is very structured and gives you that peace and that calm in order to feel the confidence to try new things, to take risks, and to really reach out for what you deserve. And my fifth confidence tip is in the name. Of course, you have to recite affirmations, and that can look different for everyone. If you don't want to say them out loud, you can write them down, put them on sticky notes around places where you often frequent. You can listen to different podcasts where they focus on just reciting affirmations, and you can continually hear them maybe while you're driving or while you're cooking or doing things around the house. There are also companies that create affirmation cards, so you can pick one to really focus on for the day, look up different lists of affirmations, and you can definitely categorize those affirmations for things that are important to you. So if you're constantly, this kind of goes back to that self-talk that I spoke about in the beginning of this video. If you're constantly putting that positivity in your mind, you are reaffirming yourself, you're encouraging yourself, you're motivating yourself, then you are going to start to feel so much better about yourself as a result. You have to block out the negativity and really focus on infusing yourself, your heart, your mind, your soul with positivity and things that are going to strengthen you and build your confidence overall. So I hope these 5 tips are going to be very helpful for you to get started on your journey to improving or boosting your self-confidence. It is completely worth it, and you deserve to feel like you are special and to value yourself and to present yourself in the best way every single day. So never forget that. Never neglect the fact that feeling confident is so important, and it's something that you should be willing to put the work in so that you can also feel the benefits of. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for tuning in to another weekly dose of self-improvement, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.